said that I'm bad as hell. How the fuck she know she only looking at herself? So called love affair, but in it I can never tell.
Hi, my name is Khadijah, aka Keisha. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about my February TBR. Now, I don't usually stick to a TBR. I think I only read 2 books for my TBR last month, but I decided to give myself 10 books. These are really at the top of my list, and if I get to them, I do. If not, that's fine. But I do have some that are more of a priority that I'm planning to read, so we will get to those. Okay, so the first book I do want to get to is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I did not get to this in January because I read a lot of thick books and I simply just kind of put it off because the live show for this one isn't until February 17th. So I still have time. I still at least want to give it a try. If it's not for me and I DNF it, that's fine. Really do want to give this series a go. So I will be reading this. This is like one of my top priorities this month. Next, I have Megan by Rebecca Weatherspoon. I did get an ARC for this and I believe it releases on February 13th. So I definitely want to get to that. The first book in this series is one of my all-time favorites. It's called Rafe. Definitely recommend checking that out. And then the second one was also very good, called Zenny. Again, totally recommend checking those out. This one, I honestly have no idea what it's about, and that's totally okay. I love her books. Like I said, the first in the series is one of my favorites of all time. So I will definitely be getting to this before release so that I can get my review out there for her. Next, I have Hunting a Shadow, I believe, or A Hunted Shadow by Michelle Hurd. This is the 3rd book in the Kings of Mafia series, and I cannot wait. I believe it comes out February 5th, so as soon as it's out, I will be reading it. I will also be buying it because I do have her books here. She is an auto-buy author for me, and I love her mafia romances. I'm totally in the mood for mafia romance. So next, those are all like priority reads like I will for sure be getting to this month. Next are some of my hopefuls that I hope I will get to. If not, that's fine. But so far I have A Heart of Blood and Ashes by Mila Vane. I've heard so many good things about this book and this series. I know a lot of people love it. I honestly don't know much about it at all. You know, usually I hear a lot of good things about books and immediately they go to my TBR, but I do know it's a fantasy romance. And I believe we have a heroine who might have, I think she maybe walks with a limp. I think she was like abused or something, but that's really all that I know. So I can't wait to give it a shot. I've heard so many good things about this series and I've had it for forever. And you know, why not now? Like, I really want to. So I feel like I'm in the mood for fantasy romance. So I think this will be perfect. Next, I have Night Road by Kristen Hanna. I did recently pick up this book from Barnes & Noble and it sounds really good. I'll just read a little bit of the back for you guys. Life is good on a quiet, affluent Pine Island for the picture-perfect Faraday family. June Faraday is a devoted stay-at-home mother who works tirelessly to be the best possible parent to her teenage twins, Mia and Zach. When Lexi Bale, a former foster child with a dark past, moves into their close-knit, progressive community, no one is more welcoming than Jude. Lexi quickly becomes Mia's best friend, then Zach falls in love with Lexi, and the three become inseparable, upsetting the fragile status quo of the Faraday family. Until the kid's senior year of high school tests every bond and pushes Jude to the brink. It's a dangerous, explosive season of drinking, driving, parties, kids who want to let loose, and parents who don't know how to hold on. So it sounds like it's a lot of family drama, and I think I'll really enjoy that in a book that's not based on the romance. I've heard her books just make you want to cry. I've heard that from multiple people, and I'm just really excited to give it a shot. I love fitting in thrillers or just regular fiction books, nonfiction books into my reading. Or is it fiction? I don't know. You know what I mean? Anything that's not romance, I like to squeeze in here or there just for a little change of pace. So I'm super excited. And she's also on my list of authors to try this year. So hopefully I will be vlogging when I read this one. I next have The Hookup by Kristen Ashley. So this one, I went on a binge and bought a ton of her books for absolutely no reason before I had read her. And some of them I have enjoyed. I found I do like her indie books better. And Heather from Hia BookTube told me that this one is like her favorite of all time. I believe it's romantic suspense. So I'm really excited to give it a try. I do want to work through the books that I have from her and just see if there's any I would like to unhaul or any series I would like to continue into. So this is the first book in the Motor Oil series, it looks like. And I'm just really excited to give it a shot. I really want to make my way through my physical TBR, and I have been really liking reading physically lately, so we will see how that goes. Next, I have There Is No Devil by Sophie Lark. Is this the first one? Okay. Now I actually have the first one, There Are No Saints. So I do want to hit Sophie Lark's backlist. I've mentioned this before in one of my other videos. From what I know, he is a serial killer and he's like fighting for turf, and he plans to kill this girl, or another serial killer leaves her for dead and then he gets her. That's really all I know, but I am in the mood for dark romance. Winter just screams dark romance for me, and I'm really excited to give it a try. I've wanted to read it for forever, and I just love these covers. Obviously, I have the second one too, but definitely at least when I get to this one. Next, I have All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I did try to read this book one other time when it first came out, and I just wasn't feeling it at the moment, so I put it down. But now I really do want to make sure to get through her backlist. I still have a few books left to read, so I just want to start plucking them off one by one. I believe this is a small town romance with a sheriff officer, and he's also a single dad. So a single dad, sheriff officer, sign me up immediately. Next, I have Broken Vow by Sophie Lark as well. So 2 Sophie Lark books I'm hoping to get through this month. This is, I believe, the fifth book, I think it is. The 5th book in this series. And let's see. Oh, here it is. The Brutal Birthright. Yep, book 5. So I really want to get through this because I want to move on to her other Mafia series, and then I want to go to like the 2nd generation Mafia series as well. So I really need to get a move on this series. And this one, I believe it's like Mafia and Cowboy, and it is a bodyguard romance. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I think I'll like it. I've pretty much liked every other book in the series, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Okay, next I have Twilight of Embers by Tessa Hale. I have seen so many of the bookish content that I follow. Everyone loves this book, especially Samantha from Books with Samantha. She really loves this one as well. And I believe this is a reverse harem paranormal with dragons. Like, give me everything I love in one. Seriously, I can't wait. I have a feeling I'm gonna eat this up. So I'm super excited to get to that one. I wanted to get to it in January, but I just did not find the time. So I will for sure be getting to it in February. And then last but not least, I have Where the Lost Wanders. Christy from Christy Reads a Lot, on her channel, she did a recommendation of historical fiction books, I believe it is. And this one was mentioned, and I think it has to do with a family traveling on the Oregon Trail, I believe. And I've just been interested in that, so I'm excited to see how that goes. It is on KU Read and Listen, so I'll probably listen to the audiobook of that one. But again, I really like stories that like mix up between my romance reads, and honestly, I've been listening to audiobooks a lot more, and I'm kind of really starting to love them. Like, I think I can do some like for romance. I'm gonna try it. But you know, yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I will probably listen to it on audio. But those are the 10 books, 10, maybe 11 books that I want to read in February. It is the month of love. There's so many other books I also want to get to, but I'm starting with these first, and then hopefully I can get to some more. Let me know below what you guys plan on reading. Are you reading a lot of romance because of Valentine's Day? Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified next time I post, and I will see you guys next time.